it's a little modest on Father's Day compared to Mother's Day. Because Mother's Day, people move like ants. They getting it. But Father's Day is more so laid back. I think that fits the man's persona of a lot of things.
Yes.
So that's a good thing in itself. And let's have a moment of silence for the tragedy that took place in Charleston at the Church of Mother Emanuel in South Carolina, because that's unexplainable. Okay. Just ask God to bless that situation, because that's just unexplainable. So we'll leave that in the Lord's hands. It's not too much any of us can do about that situation. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get right off into the Word. Let's open our books to Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. Verse 13 through 14 is what I'm going to hone in on. A prominent book written by King Solomon, the wisest, richest, most influential king of Israel. Just raise the hand when you have it. I'll do the reading. We are going to unravel what's going on here, especially on this Good Father's Day. The Lord was just all over me with this. Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Are we ready?
Amen.
Chapter 12, verse 13. This verse right here took me some places. I'm gonna be all over the place, but I'm gonna hone in on the point. Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. We ready?
Amen.
Okay, let's unravel this, because it's a lot in this. Let's unravel it here. I'll read. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this, I'll read. For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. I'm going to go through that one more time. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. The first thing that pops out in this is conclusion. The final part, the end result. Conclusion of what? As we're going to crawl to it, conclusion of the whole matter. But first thing I'm going to pull out is fear God. We may have a misunderstanding of fear God, or we may know what fear God means. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to hone in on fear God, and I'm going to go to Proverbs, chapter 2. And King Solomon specifically wrote this leading up to fear God. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thy ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of God and find the knowledge of God. So, what this brought me to was the fear of God, searching for it as riches and as a hidden treasure. So what that tells me is that's just not something that's going to fall in your lap, because God gives us a choice. So we have to, when he says a treasure and hidden riches, it's almost like as if somebody told you 2.5 million was in Akron somewhere. Whoever finds it,
oh yeah,
you can have it. Imagine the preparation that you would put into yourself to find that 2.5 million.
right.
So fearing God leads me to, when you fear God, since God is right, God's weight will pull you in the right direction. Only reason is fear is because God's fear is right. And with his fear being right, it's going to keep you right. Because we deal with a lot of temptations, especially as men.
Yes, sir.
If something is weightless, we will pull through it. It will pull through it.
All right.
So with God's weight, it's a weight of depth, a weight of heaviness. It keeps us right. So also, the searching for the hidden treasures, as I thought about this, and it's coming from King Solomon, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures. That brought me to the point of when King Solomon had the dream, and God came upon him, and he asked Solomon, what do you want? He said, I just want to understand in heart, so I can judge and rule your people. When Solomon woke up from the dream, he wasn't wise. When I picture King Solomon, I picture him with a constant scroll, a constant book in his hand at all times, tuning and honing his skills for an understanding of what is going on.
Right.
So what this is leading us to and telling us, we have to self-educate ourselves.
Okay.
Right.
Self-educate is a powerful tool, especially now in today's time. We need to have self-education of what's going on.
Okay.
Especially with the black man, you know, over the last 2, 3, 4 years, not having self-education and dealing with the justice system, that has made a lot of incorrect calls on a lot of lives, whether they were doing right or wrong. When you are in justice, it's a way to handle things. So when we have our understanding and we start self-educating ourselves, this is when, as the book says, we will understand the fear of God, leading us in the right direction. Because see, once we start off and we have the understanding of what God is doing with us, we will start to have more of an appreciation of what's in front of us.
Okay.
Now, I don't have nothing wrong against a protest. But see, in my eyes, a protest is a tragedy.
Really?
Because what it means is you're protesting because something bad can happen. We need to have a pretest, especially to our kids. We need a pretest. And when I say we need a pretest,
I like that.
Yes.
we need to pretest to these babies before they get to the point of protest.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
Amen.
See, because this pretest to set your child right. Especially if you have a gifted child. I mean, let's face God some children are just gifted, whether it's in the arts, whether it's in school, whatever it may be. In like a situation when I was at the University of Akron, I was taking a math class called Stats. Very wordy, lots of numbers, lots of words. It's just a trip.
I dropped it.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. But it was this woman, and the only thing I could say about her was a white woman. She was gifted. She'd come to class. She looked asleep half the time. She'd come in. I don't know, too many classes, I don't know, but she looked asleep all the time. But yet when the test came, I see nothing but A's. Beads. No, very seldom have I, you know what I'm saying, I see a bead. The woman was just gifted. She was just gifted. She was good with numbers, good with words. Me, I had to bust my butt just to get a seat.
Aww.
I dropped it.
But see, this self-education thing and this pre-test, when we look at our kids and we have gifted children, we need to have this pre-test. Because as I grew up, I was born and raised in the projects. And my example with this is this. I grew up a predominantly black male project. But the brothers I grew up with, they weren't done by far. I mean, the picture was this. Coming out of school, report card full of A's in one pocket, book bag on shoulder in the other pocket, a quarter ounce of dope for $500 in their pocket.
Oh, Jesus, wait.
Without no pre-test, what do you think is going to happen to these kids?